In today's video, I'm aware that summer is approaching very fast. It is currently the middle of April as I'm recording this, and by the time this will be on YouTube. And I'm aware that a lot of people get in the mindset of wanting to get into shape for summer. And if you don't know me, I help skinny men bulk and gain muscle efficiently. So if you're a skinny man watching this and you want to make some visible progress for the summer, here are 5 steps that you need to follow, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you. So enough of the chit chat, let's get into this video. So before we get into step 1, there is a step 0.5 that we need to do first, and this is we need to build your foundations. So in order to build your foundations, I'm talking about assembling your baseline stats. And what do I mean by baseline stats? Basically just assessing your current situation, so your current weight, and we need to take some progress photos. And this isn't just so we can track your progress, but so we can just add fuel to the fire. This is going to be your motivation. This is going to be your driving force. When you don't necessarily feel like getting up early or going to the gym on a day you're meant to, this is going to remind you what you're doing it for. This is going to give you meaning, and this is going to remind you of your purpose and why you want to get in shape for the summer. Because you've clicked on this video, you are clearly in pain and you want to get out and escape your current situation and achieve a desired situation of your choice, right? So we need to be aware of our current situation, and we need to be able to just remind ourselves how much pain our current situation puts us in. So it literally forces us to change, and it forces us to grow, and it will force you to make visible progress by the summer. Okay, so the 2 action steps I want you to carry out right now is go and stand on a weight scale. And if you don't necessarily have a weight scale, then I've linked one in the description. You can just order it. It's pretty cheap. Okay, so what I want you to do, pause this video right now and go and stand on a weight scale and write down your current weight on a bit of paper, and I want you to take some progress photos. And if you're not necessarily sure how to take some progress photos, here's a bunch of progress photos that I put on the screen from when I started, so there's a little bit of inspiration for you. And as I said, this isn't just so we can track your progression. That is one very important thing, yes, but the mindset, the motivation, the fuel to keep you going is just as important. Because if you're not consistent, then what are you, there's no point in doing this, all right? Because we need to stay consistent, and in order to stay consistent, we need to keep reminding ourselves why we are doing this, to add fuel to that fire, okay? So that is step 0.5. Go and pause that and do those 2 things and come back to this video, okay? So now step 0.5 is done. Now we can move on to step 1, which is we need to establish your workout program. Establishing a workout program is super important, and that is because we need to be able to, we need to create a routine, right? Because without a routine, there is very minimal chances of anyone staying consistent. If you just go with the flow and do what you want on that day, then it's simply not going to work for you. And let me give you an example. If Elon Musk didn't have a plan throughout his day and he just rocked up to his desk when he wanted to, 3 to 4 p.m. on a Monday, and he took Tuesday off because he felt a bit tired, and Wednesday he rolled up to the desk for 5 hours because he felt pretty good, and then Thursday he stayed up till 3 in the morning and he woke up at 1 p.m. and he just went to his desk for half an hour and switched off the computer because he couldn't be asked. If he didn't have a routine and he was doing that, he would not be in the position he's in today. One of the main reasons why he is where he is today is because he was consistent with routine that got him towards his goal. Okay, so in this situation, we need to establish a workout program, because if you just go with the flow and you turn up to the gym and you're not sure what you're going to do, you're going to procrastinate. You're going to go on the treadmill, and then you're going to try a random machine over there, and then you're going to try a random leg press machine in that corner, and then you're going to be pretty embarrassed or insecure, and you may think people are watching you, and it may embarrass you, and you just think because you're not really doing anything properly, people are just watching you and judging you. But that's not the case at all. But you're going to think that, and then you're just going to leave the gym, and then you're going to quit the gym, and then you're never going to want to go again, and it's going to scare you. And that is not what we want to do. Okay, we want to make the gym your second home, and we want to make you feel good in the gym, and we want to make you feel like Mr. Organised. Okay, so we need to establish a workout program for you, and this is the one I started with. Okay, push pull legs. I would highly recommend you start with push pull legs. Not only is it easy to follow, it's very simple. and fun as well. And that is one of the most important things about getting consistent in the gym, actually enjoying it. Because why would you want to spend your life or spend your time doing something that you don't enjoy? And don't get me wrong, there are parts to getting successful that aren't enjoyable, but you know, meaning is deeper than present happiness, right? So we need to make sure that you actually, you know, you actually enjoy it, right? So push pull legs is a workout program I'd highly suggest you start. And if you don't necessarily know what this is, day one is push day. So you train chest, triceps and shoulders, and that is because on each of those movements, when you train those muscles, you have to push the weight. So when you do bench press to target the chest, you have to push the weight up in order to work the chest. For triceps, you have to push the weight down or push the weight above your head in order to work the triceps. And for shoulders, you just have to push the weight in order to target your shoulders. And that is why it's called push day. Day two is pull day. So on pull day, you train back on biceps. And the reason it's called pull day is because when you train back, you pull the weight from whatever angle you're pulling it at in order to target the back. And in order to train your biceps, you've got to pull the weight up to you in order to engage the biceps. And day three is leg day. That is pretty self-explanatory. You just train your legs, your calves, your quads, your hamstrings. Now there are more details you can go into with your legs with smaller muscles. However, you don't need to worry about that now, and I don't want to overcomplicate things for you. So just focus on your quads, your calves, and your hamstrings. Now, if you're struggling to form your workout program, a push-pull legs workout program, as a matter of fact, I have got a free community, free online community, which helps skinny men just like you bulk and gain muscle the SlimToSculpt way. It's called the SlimToSculpt Alliance, and we do things very specifically, and I would absolutely love to give you a bit of guidance. And in this community, I have given the guys in there a free, very, very detailed push-pull legs workout program where I give them the exercise, the sets, the reps, the rest times in between. And as a matter of fact, there's also videos of me doing the exercises in that program, so you can see how I train on that program as well. So if that sounds like it's something that you're interested in, then it's going to be the top link in the description, but I'll come back to that later. But making sure you have a workout program is extremely important, and I would highly suggest you start with push, pull, legs. Okay, and as I said, if you want to access that one in my community, it's going to be the top link in the description. So that is now step one done. So we've tracked your weight, you've tracked your progress photos, your first progress photos, which is going to give you that motivation to get into that shape for summer. Now we've established your workout program, push pull legs. You can obviously listen to me, you can do another program, but I started with push pull legs personally myself, and now I'm in a position where I'm teaching other men how to do this. So I would highly suggest you start with that as well. Well, I'd recommend it anyway. It's not the right thing to do, it's not the wrong thing to do. It's just something to do, and it will most likely work for you. Okay, so now moving on swiftly to step two, and this is establishing your calorie surplus. Now, if you're not necessarily sure what a calorie surplus is, it basically just refers to when one eats more calories day to day than their body actually needs in order to gain weight. So an example to put it into very simple terms for you, imagine in example, my maintenance calories was 2,000 calories every day. And if you're not sure what maintenance calories is, every person has it. You have a maintenance calories. It's basically the amount you need to eat in order to stay at the same body weight every single day, right? So imagine my maintenance calories of 2,000 calories a day to stay at the same body weight. And let's just say I weighed 69 kilos, but I want to gain weight, right? In order to gain weight, I would have to eat 2,350 well, I can eat any more than that, but a decent weight gain rate, I would eat 2,300 to 2,500 calories every day. And now, because I'm eating in a surplus, aka more than my maintenance calories, it's inevitable that I'm going to gain weight because I'm eating in excess. So my body has to do something with it, whether that's more energy to workouts to grow more muscle, and as a side effect of bulking and gaining weight, you are going to gain a little bit of body fat, but you're going to inevitably gain weight because it's biologically impossible to eat more than what your body needs day to day and not gain weight. Now, in order to find your calorie surplus, I've put a link in the description. It's called caloriecalculator.net, all you need to do is fill in your age, your weight, your current weight, your activity levels, and press the start button or whatever it is, and it's going to tell you how many calories you need to eat every day in order to gain weight, and that is the amount you need to be eating. However, this is where the story doesn't end, okay? Most fitness influencers and a lot of people trying to give bulking advice end the story there. However, that is not where it ends. There are some factors that can actually deter that recommended amount doesn't actually help you gain weight. And I don't want to go into the detail of it, but I want to tell you what to do in order to work around that and still make progression. So in order to actually know how many calories you need to eat in order to gain weight, we need to test the waters and we need to do experiments, okay? So for the first 2 weeks after watching this video, I want you to be tracking your calories all the time. And if you're not sure how to track your calories, then there is an app called MyFitnessPal. I'll leave the link to it in the description as well, where you can just track all your meals. I use it. It's a very simple, very effective app, and it just tracks your calories, your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, everything you need, right? So I'd highly recommend you use MyFitnessPal to track your calories, and you want to track your calories every day whilst eating at the recommended amount this website gives you. And if you gain weight through this amount, then absolutely fantastic. However, if you don't, then this is where we need to make the changes, because clearly you're not eating in a surplus, because it's biologically impossible to eat in a quote-unquote surplus and not gain weight, right? So clearly you're not eating in a surplus, so we need to increase your calories further. So if you're not gaining weight at the recommended amount the website gives you, I would highly suggest that you increase your calories by another 250 to 350 calories, and the likelihood of you eating enough then is going to be a lot higher. And then you just got to keep testing the waters, okay? That is how bulking works. You just got to keep testing the waters with the amount of calories you eat. And another thing as well is that you're going to have to keep increasing the calories as you gain weight, right? And just to put it into perspective why this is, myself at 51 kilos had to eat a lot less in order to gain weight than my current self at 78 kilos, okay? My 78 kilo self right now, if I was to eat the surplus that my 51 kilo self was eating, I would probably lose weight because it's not enough for my body weight now. It's like my 78 kilo self, my calorie surplus right now is probably like 3,300 calories, right? If a 6'5", 240-pound man ate the same amount as I am and was trying to gain weight, he'd probably lose weight because it's not enough for him, right? So you just got to keep testing the waters and keep experimenting, as I said. So what you want to do is you want to start off for the first 2 weeks by eating that recommended amount and see whether you gain weight or not. If you gain weight, carry on with that until you don't. And when you don't gain weight, or if you don't originally gain weight after the first 2 weeks, then you want to increase those calories by another 250 to 300 and keep doing that until it works, okay? So that is step 2. Establish your calorie surplus, and you want to be eating, you need to be eating enough, right? And that is another thing. If you're not too sure what's important in terms of achieving this summer physique, the training is very important, and once you've got that nailed down, the number one priority is diet. And an analogy I like to use in my free community to teach you guys in there the importance of diet is that diet is like a fuel to the car. Without filling the car up with petrol, the car can't go anywhere. It's as simple as that. And it's like if you don't feed your body the nutrients and the amount of food it needs to grow and to train hard and to progress, then you're not going to progress. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that is step 2 out of 4 covered. So by now we've taken your progress photos, we've got your first scale weight to put fuel to the fire. Now we've established your workout program, potentially. I'd highly recommend it anyway, push-pull legs. And now your calorie surplus and a little experiment to go with it, which is extremely important, okay? So now step 3 is establishing an outline of routine to follow. And the reason why we need to establish basically just a day-to-day routine of when you do things is so we prime your body and your mind so it knows what's to come, and this just makes things so much easier. For example, I go to the gym at the same time every day. My body knows my body's starting to recognize these patterns of when I go to the gym. Therefore, my body's just naturally going to get in that mood, and my sessions are naturally going to improve. And I eat at the same times every day. I have my meals at the same time every day. For example, I have my meal one at like 7:30. I have my meal two after my workout at like 10. I have my meal three around 2, and I have my meal four around 7. And my body just knows when I eat. And this is because we're regulating a hormone called ghrelin in our bodies. And if you don't know what this hormone is, it's basically just a hormone that stimulates our appetite. So the more we eat at the same times every day, the more this hormone is going to start to recognize the patterns, so it knows when to stimulate appetite, so it's easier to eat foods. So it's easier to eat in a surplus, so it's easier to gain weight. It's all a never-ending flywheel, okay? So making sure you just do stuff at the same time every day, so work out at the same time every day, eat at the same time every day, sleep at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day, get that circadian rhythm optimized, which is our body clock. It's so important. I cannot express the importance of doing things habitually every day for consistency. Okay, ask any millionaire, ask any successful person, ask any successful person in the gym. They do their stuff religiously, habitually at the same times every day, and they love it. And I guarantee you will love it as well once you get into the routine of things. So that is step 3. You want to just basically just deter a time you're going to go to the gym every day, and around that determine when you're going to eat your meals. Okay, and now the final step is very self-explanatory. Step number 4 is become uncomfortable to become comfortable later. All right, now I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that the process of growing muscle and gaining weight is easy. It's simple, it's comfortable, and it doesn't take much effort, because I want to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, because you will thank me later. You may not be thanking me now, but you will thank me later. It is a grueling, it is a hard, it is a challenging, not just physically but mentally, process. Progressive overload, training to failure. Well, you don't necessarily have to train to failure yet, but just training hard and pushing your limits and eating in a calorie surplus, it is going to get so tough at times. Not just physically, not just mentally, but also emotionally as well. There has been times where, I don't want this to demotivate you, by the way, but this is just a reality of improving and being successful, not just in the gym, but in life. You've got to put yourself through these times. I've ended up in tears many times, whether it's because I can't eat the food, whether it's because I haven't hit the numbers I want to hit, or whether it's because I haven't made the progress I want to make. It's emotionally messed me up sometimes, but because I love it so much and because I have such a true meaning behind why I do this, I persevere, and this is why I'm in the position I am today. And every single successful person at the very top will tell you the exact same thing, right? The reason why they push past it is because they love it so much. You just got to learn to love it, okay? And if you love this, then it's going to be easy to become uncomfortable. Therefore, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to be comfortable and that you're going to be successful in the long term. So step number 4 is train your ass off. Don't leave a single rep in the gym. Don't end the day knowing that you had more in you. Don't end the day knowing that you should have eaten another meal. You want to end the day knowing that you've eaten enough. You want to end the day knowing that you train hard enough. We do what we do today for us tomorrow. We carry out actions today to become a better person tomorrow. And if there is anything you need to take away from this video, it is that. We do what we do today to become a better person tomorrow. Always think of your future self. Always think of that delayed gratification, because that is what true meaning is about. Okay, you don't want to settle for hedonic happiness, which is your sort of like your short-term instant gratification happiness. You want to find meaning in life, and this is it, right? So they're basically 4 steps that you need to follow if you want to make some visible progress by the summer, because by all means there is time. It's April, we're only a few months away, but a few months is all you need to make some visible progress. I mean, you're not going to achieve your dream physique, but you are going to, you'll be visibly bit bigger, right? So I hope you have enjoyed this video. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time. And if you are still here, it just shows that you want to change. And that is the most beautiful thing about it. And if you are still here, I would absolutely love it if I can invite you into my free community. I would absolutely love to give you guidance and give you help. The guys in there are loving it, and I would love for you to love it as well. to get on that free workout program, to hop on a one-to-one call with me where we can chat about your problems and where I can help you get closer to your goals. It's completely free and I'd absolutely love to have you in there. It's going to be the top link in the description. However, if you just want to stay on the YouTube channel for now, I will eventually get you into my community. But if you want to stay on the YouTube channel, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, drop a comment, anything you found good, anything that stood out to you, I'll get back to you most certainly, and drop a subscription if you want to stay around. I upload every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. So I'd absolutely love to help you going forward. So without further ado, my throat is going dry because I've been talking for so long. I'll see you in the next video.